Live from Orlando, Florida.
Took the whole clan to Florida one year. Worst 2 weeks I ever had in my life.
Can you imagine how your kids would have felt if when you got to Florida it was closed?
Oh, they don't close Florida. No, you.
Well, I know they don't close the state of Florida. But
Clark Griswold's favorite podcast.
Now you listen to me, fat ass. You do what I say and there won't be any problem, okay? Okay. We just drove 2,460 miles just for a little Roy Wally entertainment. The moose says you're closed. I say you're open.
Welcome to IAAPA Week on Rum and Nerdy with your hosts, Greg and Garrick.
You boys and girls, make sure you keep your hands on the handlebars at all times. We don't want any accidents.
Hey everybody, welcome to Rum and Nerdy. I'm Greg.
And I'm Garrick.
And this is the episode 2.29.3, IAAPA Day 3. And
sounds like a tax return number every time he says it.
So we are today. We told you we were going to have a surprise. We also told you we didn't know we were going to record today, and now we do.
Surprise.
We're at Sally Dark Rides with the amazing Rich Hill. Welcome.
Amazing?
You just became amazing.
Wow.
Do you know who we think you are?
That is too big of an introduction for me.
Well, for those that don't know, Sally has a booth at every IAAPA, and this is the first year I haven't seen the Joker figure in your booth. Yeah,
that's right. We have a witch this year.
You have a witch this year.
It's witchy.
So why don't you give people the quick introduction? Who is Sally?
Sure. So Sally Dark Rides. We have been around for 45 years, celebrating that this afternoon, actually. Hopefully you guys can hang out for a happy hour. That would be
We don't
Very
attend
fun.
happy hours. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Happy hour's right now, isn't it? Yeah. All this rum. Jeez. You guys, I got to stop doing shots here. Hold on. Okay. So Sally is, we're based out of Jacksonville, Florida. We are a company that designs and builds dark rides for theme parks all over the world. And we got about 50 people working at our company. Small company, but we do a lot of stuff. Everybody wears a lot of hats.
And that's the one awesome thing about your company is you're not just a ride vehicle, manufacturer. You have all the creative in house, all of the IP development in house, all the stuff,
all of the things.
And we actually don't manufacture ride vehicles.
Yeah,
we had a client earlier here at IAAPA. We talk with clients in the room, and they actually were like, "Oh yeah, we just want to buy the ride vehicle." And we said, "No, that's actually the one thing we don't build."
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll sell you one, but
yeah, I'll sell you one. But here's some keys to one. But it's a little bit of a misnomer.
Well, then it's very convenient that your booth is next to Oceaneering.
Exactly. We can just point them over there. Say, go to Oceaneering. Get all the ride vehicles you want.
Go buy their thing, and then we're gonna bolt our cool stuff to it.
Which, by the way, like the idea is like go to Oceaneering to buy a ride. Their name does not sound like what they do, right?
Well, in our industry, yeah, but they're.
Have you ever been to their offices?
I have.
It's incredible.
Well, it is, and it's awesome because usually in our industry you have to sign an NDA because like, oh, this is a new ride experience coming, blah blah blah, or this is an IP driven whatever. There, it's like, this is a black operations for the government, and we're not allowed to tell you about it. You don't go over there. It's
Oh yeah, they duct taped my eyes. They bound my hands.
I thought your eyebrows looked like they had been waxed.
Yeah,
it was duct tape.
They're starting to grow in. Just the left one,
the
right one.
It's funny. I say that we're going over to Oceaneering on Friday for the Elkhorn is doing the
their
ATL Advanced Technology Lab.
Whatever it is, it looks really cool.
That it does, and So we signed up for it. We're going to be over there on Friday.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm trying to get over there, but it's we're just packed. We're booking like 15-minute segments now in our room. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, so tell us a little bit about some of your projects because you've done a lot of amazing rides that are all over the world.
Well, that's cool.
And to start out, because I know you and I were at SATE Europe together earlier in the year.
Sure.
And Liseberg won the award for their dark ride.
That's right. Underlanded. We did not do that.
Oh, I thought that was you guys.
But yeah, it's an amazing dark ride.
Way to go, Greg.
So cute.
I screwed something up.
Yeah.
That's never happened.
No, that's okay. No, that's Gassetto did the ride system. I'm not sure. I think maybe P&P or Joravision. They're both going to kill me for it. But somebody did all of the design and theming. But it's beautiful. Whoever did it, it's awesome.
Yeah,
I love
it's
it.
great.
So on that note, let's talk about your rides.
Yeah. Should I edit all
I
that
love
out?
talking.
No.
No,
No,
I love
no, no,
talking
no,
about
no,
all
no.
different kinds of rides. I mean, I'm a fan of dark rides. If there are dark rides being built, it's good for all of us because they're just great attractions. You know, you're indoors, getting told a story. It's generally air conditioned.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and truthfully, in where we're set up in your booth recording, there's this sizzle reel that's been playing on the television behind you, and there's some really great stuff on this sizzle reel.
That's great.
Absolutely.
Thanks. Yeah, you're probably seeing like Sesame Street was
Mhm.
one that was one that we featured in. That's at Portaventura in Spain.
Yeah.
And that's a really great attraction. It's for kids.
Yeah.
You know, Sesame Street. I was just a super huge fan of that
Same
as a kid.
Same. That's a dynamite IP.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Like one of my goals. You know, when we first got that, you know, the park came to us and said that they wanted to do this attraction. One of my goals was I want to go down into Oscar's trash can.
Yes,
right?
I've
Nice.
always wanted to do that.
Remember on the show, you'd hear him go down there and
Yeah.
he's banging around, and you're like,
Wh-
"What is going on down there?"
Wh-
So we
wh-
get to do that in this attraction.
Which is awesome because coming as I'm a huge Doctor Who fan.
Oh, yeah.
I always thought, well, Oscar's trash can is clearly a TARDIS.
That's right.
He's a Time Lord.
Yep. Yeah. When you go down in there, spoiler alert, there is a hot tub down there. He does. He has a really cool, sweet hot tub.
So it is just like the TARDIS.
Completely non sequitur. Did you see the Saturday Night Live spoof commercial movie trailer for The Grinch?
No.
You remember when the Joker came out?
Yeah.
With what's his name, Joaquin Phillips?
Yeah, sure.
And he did that. They did a spoof of that. Only it was Oscar the Grouch, and it's what's his name, the guy from Stranger Things.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No kidding.
Yeah, and it was the whole thing is like, when you live in garbage and you surround your life with garbage, then you're just a grouch.
Here, I'll pull it up on my phone so the people at home can see it.
Oh, yeah, we'll
that's
tag
right.
it.
Oh, yeah. We'll add
this
it in
is-
post.
But,
It'll be
yeah,
This is
it's
a radio.
Well, you remember when we did a post with The Rock did one on Bambi?
Oh my
Bambi
God,
2,
yeah.
No More Mr. Nice Guy kind of thing. But it was like that.
It was an action movie trailer as the Bambi sequel,
That's amazing.
trying to avenge the death of his mother.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
The other day we were talking about, you know, sometimes we'll have to do a kickoff for a new project with internally at Sally. And
Yeah.
so the other day I said, okay, everybody, let's get around. We got to talk about this new project, and it really was about a new project kickoff.
Yeah.
But it was on April Fool's Day, and so I open it up and it's My Little Pony, the ride, and it's like, and everybody got a real kick out of
The
it.
bronies go nuts.
Dude, that is
it's interactive.
that
You're
is-
shooting ponies the entire time.
that is I was blown away by how big an IP that is.
It's amazing.
It is.
It really
it's
is.
freaking huge.
Yeah.
But so you have a good, I'll call them, weapon selection for your dark rides for interactive stuff. Do you guys work on those interactive systems, or just
absolutely.
really
So-
more on the hardware side for the putting it together?
Yeah, so we our gaming devices, we've had, you know, tons of different gaming devices for different rides, and so generally we'll design them, we'll sculpt them in 3D. Then Ralph Alberts creates the molds, makes the shells. We work with Alterface, or we have an in-house system depending on what level of attraction.
Yeah.
So our in-house system we developed with Weagle. And it's more of like a practical shooting. Like if there's stuff, you know, physical things in the sets that we're targeting, then that's our in-house system. If we're doing practical and virtual, like stuff on the screen, like a typical video game, then we use Alterface.
Cool.
And we partner with them on a number of attractions. They're great people to work with. Stefan, Etienne, all those guys.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely awesome. No, I think the last time I rode one of your rides, it was at the TEA event we did. It was the summit at Cal Arts, and we did the
Justice League.
Justice League. It was
at Magic Mountain.
At Magic Mountain,
correct.
That's an awesome ride.
Yeah, it's that fun.
Yeah. Oh, no,
So
it's an
fun.
awesome freaking ride.
And that was such a great project, too. The Six Flags team is amazing.
Oh yeah, it's such a great IP that to just see it pop up like that. You're like, holy crap, this is really well done.
I mean, it was a big leap for Six Flags to do a dark ride, a high level dark ride like that. It's really, it's out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
And we produced 7 of those attractions over 3 years.
Holy cow.
7 different parks.
Just all over North America in those parks,
North
or
America
even
and
beyond?
Mexico. We
And
did
Mexico?
Six Flags Mexico as well. Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah, that was such a fun project, but after 3 years, I got to tell you, I was like done with superheroes. I was like, get me into some My Little Pony.
I don't want to do Justice League at all. No, that's cool. So, and you are international though.
That's correct.
Yep.
Yeah. We do stuff all over the world. Yep. Yeah.
So, I'm also looking at over here in your booth, this back wall to where the witch is. You've got this awesome timeline for your company and the different major milestones. Then
Isn't that neat? 45 years. I mean, it's amazing. The story arc really of this company is incredible.
Yeah.
It's a family business.
Well, yeah. Starting off with audio animated characters.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, basically window dressing for literally it's mannequins that moved.
Yeah, but like the first ever, and I'm just reading the thing, but the first ever end user reprogrammable mannequin named Sally debuts. Is that the namesake of the company?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's cool.
So the 3 Johns started Sally.
Mm-hmm.
John Wood, John Fox, John Rob Holland, and they were all they were in school together. Basically, one of the John Rob Holland had to do. He was practicing to be a dentist. He was in school to be a dentist, and he had to do a presentation. And he was so deathly afraid to do a presentation in class that he called on John Fox to help him create a moving head that would do his presentation for him, basically. So they molded their classmate, whose name was Sally, molded her face, and she did the presentation as a robotic head. And they thought, and it was such a hit, he got an A, and it was such a hit that they brought John Wood in, who's kind of the business guy.
Yeah.
And they said, let's start doing these things for real. We can do basically like window displays. That would be, so they did for a dentist's office. It was called the Tooth Fairy, and the Tooth Fairy would talk to kids about being brave and going to the dentist and how scary that can be, and it would make the kids feel good. So that's really where it started.
It's one of those times where being an introvert paid off.
That's right.
Wow. Yeah, that's
it pays off for me every day.
That's the most work I've ever heard of someone put into being lazy.
Isn't that incredible? Yeah. I mean, just stand up and do the presentation, but luckily he didn't, and that's why we're here.
Yeah, 45 years. Outstanding. That's fantastic. I never knew that story.
Yep.
So that's
the story of Sally.
That's
and
cool
I
as
probably flubbed that like horribly.
You know what? But
John,
nobody's
I'm sure
going to
is
know
gonna
that.
be correcting me after this.
Yeah.
But it's something close to that.
No one's going to back check us.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Exactly. Where's the fact checker?
We don't even fact check us.
So
what? Did you know that this is the 152nd IAAPA Expo here in Orlando?
Wow.
It's true because I said it, and so it has to be true, right? That might be inaccurate.
That might be a lot inaccurate. Did you know IAAPA was originally founded in Cancun, and after many years of doing it, they decided to bring it more to Orlando because of the rocket launches.
It's actually named after a very rare shell that is only found in Cancun called the IAAPA clam.
I've heard of that.
It is.
I heard that.
Yeah. Again,
it's conical.
Yeah, we can. Yes. It's conical. Yes. Yeah. It's actually it's what the ice cream cone is modeled after.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of this is true.
It's amazing.
Did you know that ice cream comes from the ice region of France?
If it's not,
I think they pronounce it "assez."
Yeah. Well, if it's not, go ahead and say it. If it's not from that region of France, it's actually
it's just cold cream.
Yeah. we're a little bit idiots.
They call it champel.
No, we're a lot idiots.
Yeah.
So the show. Have you spent much time on the floor? walking around?
None.
None?
No, normally I spend a lot of time kind of walking around looking for new tools for our toolbox, but honestly, we've been so booked, I've been not able to even step a foot out of
Yeah, it's been crazy busy this year. Yeah.
So that brings me to my question of the week. Hard-hitting questions of what people really want to know.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dipping dots or elephant ears? What's your favorite IAAPA show floor snack?
Oh, I mean, I love Dippin' Dots. Dippin' Dots are amazing, but Dippin' Dots. But let me tell you a story about my cousin who is going to bring a new food here.
Okay.
It's his dream to, but he's never going to do it. He
To IAAPA?
works for the National Park Service, and he's never. But it is called the Tacone.
The tacone?
Tacone. It's a ice cream cone with taco ingredients inside. Doesn't that just sound awesome?
It does. It's like a not so sloppy Joe.
Isn't that
It's like,
amazing?
are you tired of all the crap falling out of the backside of your taco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you still want that. You want the hard crunch. You don't want to wrap it up like a baby diaper. Tacone.
That's really brilliant. So
That's
But
not.
those are
That's
the kind of things you see here. It's just like these amazing.
are there tacones here? No.
No.
No. Do they
They will be
exist?
next year.
Do they exist?
Yeah. No.
Well,
somebody
I-
take it.
That
Do
is-
it.
I'm doing it. We're gonna beep out that entire story.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go trademark that shit before this episode goes
Do it.
live.
Taco.
That is an awesome idea.
So he tried it at home. He says the secret is you have to put cheese in first, because otherwise the grease just runs out like all over
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
kind of like the fudge slug
Yep.
that they put in the bottom of the drums. The
Yeah,
drumsticks.
exactly.
That's right.
That's awesome. And it's kind of like that. But have you ever? And we do them at camping when we go camping, where we get the mini individual bags of Doritos, and then pre-make some ground meat, and then
I've seen that on TikTok
where you
a bunch.
Yeah, you
That's
crunch up the chips and then put the meat and the cheese and the lettuce and everything, sour cream and salsa in the bag, stirred up, and then eat a taco
Yum.
salad out of the Dorito bag.
Come on, man. I'm not going to get to eat lunch here. I'm already starving. So
Yeah. I was about to
Killing
say.
it.
I really want tacos now.
Yeah,
Tacones.
tacos. So
I'm gonna go get fucking tacos.
one of the other funny things
I'll
is,
go
is
with you.
as we're sitting here, we're in the Sally booth. As we're sitting here, Warren from Light Switch tosses over this plastic window wall here.
I wonder what is this?
Yeah,
it's a washcloth, I guess.
Shameless promoter.
Well,
shameless self promotion.
And that brings up another good conversation, though. IAAPA swag is a thing, pins and buttons and things that,
It is, but you have to be really tactful about it. Like a friend of ours walked up the other day and he was carrying one of those free IAAPA tote bag things.
Yeah.
And he just walked up carrying it. I'm like, well, is this your first IAAPA? Like, that's like a noob thing to do. To just I'm getting pamphlets from every. No, stop that. Put that down.
Yeah.
most of those companies now have this thing called websites that have all of that same information in it.
You laugh. I still have like a B&M coaster pamphlet booklet thing from my very first IAAPA.
Oh,
I
that's
bet.
awesome.
Yeah, it was one of, we were working on an attraction with them, and I'm like, oh hey, cool, that's my ride, and I took it off. I'm like, can't
That's cool.
throw that out now.
And by pamphlet, he means a stone tablet because it was from 152 years ago at the first IAAPA. True story.
That's right.
There's a
None of this is made up.
Cancun.
there are absolutely a handful of things I have on my shelf that I can't part with.
Yeah.
I tell you, it's the scenario party last night. I thought it was so cool. They were giving out guitar picks.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and what the
Bottle openers.
Bottle openers. That was so cool.
Well, we figure if like the swag's got to be useful, or it's just something else that gets thrown away.
That's right.
I actually thought I had some of the guitar picks with me, but
I do. I have them.
Nice.
I'm saving them because I actually play guitar and I need guitar picks.
There you go.
Did you hear what Demo Dave is doing? So we have our Rum and Nerdy business cards with all the different types, and you got them framed, and we gave Dave one of the framed things that has all of our business cards in it. So he's taking a bunch of the scenario guitar picks and he's sticking them in the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's going to mount that on his Rum and Nerdy
Sweet.
card frame. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
That's
cool as
great.
hell.
Yeah, and the way those frames worked out, that there is reasonable space that we could like respace them and add 3 more.
Mhm.
And because we just did Series 2 of the Rum and Nerdy cards that have some really, we only swapped out like 6 of them. I think we got rid of 2 or 3, but added some. So
Yeah.
But the Series 2 Rum and Nerdy cards are really cool.
So for those at home that are collecting the Rum and Nerdy business cards,
Yeah.
have you
They're going to become collector's items for sure.
have you seen all the different cards with our fun logos on there? And
Oh, look at this. This is great. You at home can't see this, but geez, there's so much nudity on these cards. I never expected some of the
Yeah.
geez.
And I'm surprised
wow.
that Garrick wanted a model for that.
well, you know,
is
we
incredible.
we do drink enough on the show.
Oh, those are great.
No,
Those are
it's
super cool.
Yeah, for those at home, we took all of our all the banners that we use on social media because we do a different one for every episode, and yeah, we just took our favorites, and now they're in print.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. I want a bunch of those.
And the next year's wait, need it, got it,
Yeah, exactly.
I tell you, your podcast though is blowing up. Like I listen to this at work. I mean, it is hilarious. You guys kill me. It's so great. And you know, I do. You've really you're onto something here. You've started to really build something, and
Thanks,
congrats to that.
Well, yeah, thank you very much. We always joke about it because we'll just be driving around in a car, like driving to a TA event or something, and just talking. That's literally all the podcast is. It's just
this is us in real life.
Yeah, we were going to talk about this anyway, but you know what? We should record it.
Yep.
And then, occasionally, like Warren, you just walked by, he was on the show a while back. And he's like, "Yeah, man, had to get caught up on season 2 before I joined the show." So he just felt like he was hanging out with us all week, and he showed up. He showed up to your house at a party, and he's just like jumping into conversations that we had months ago because it's fresh in his mind. I'm like, you weren't there.
What are you referring
what's
to?
happening, man?
Well,
this is weird.
And it's
That's
funny because
amazing.
he actually called me once in the middle of listening to an episode, and he goes, "Dude, I felt like I was just hanging out talking with you, but I have to
interject
on season 1, episode 42, about halfway through. You're wrong, man. The best movie from 1981 is this." It's like, oh, thank you, Warren.
Warren's such a good guy.
So
This is great.
So speaking of it, because sitting here on the floor, we've had at least 5 people walk past us since we're recording, just like, what's going on? Do you get that? Whenever you're walking, even just to and from the show floor, you have to pass at least a dozen people that are like, Rich, what's going on, man?
Yeah, I mean, I've been coming to this show for 30 years now.
Oh my God!
And,
wow.
yeah, I mean, it's and so I know a lot of people on the floor. Try walking the floor with John Wood. You can't get 10 feet. It takes you an hour to get for like 2 aisles over.
The dude is an icon and genuinely a cool dude.
No, he's great.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, we're going to go to lunch, so I'm going to need you to put this mask on.
Nice.
Oh,
Yep.
Nice. That's a
Uh-oh,
cool
dead
joke.
air. Uh-oh.
What?
Dead air. We don't do that. Okay, well, this is awkward. We're done now.
Uncomfortable silence.
Well, actually, and we're at a decent time. I know you were very gracious to give us a place to record and 30 minutes of your very busy schedule.
I really appreciate you guys just caring enough to, include me. This is
oh, yeah, absolutely.
This is a dream of mine, really. Since I was a child growing up in Romania,
Romania?
Yeah, Romania.
Romania.
Yeah, it was drinking heavily as a child.
Yeah.
As one does.
As one does.
In Romania.
In Romania. Yeah. It's a
Sorry,
little island
if we
nation
to
in the
just
middle of
redo
Colombia.
this, I'm happy to.
We got to leave it in there now. That's
Yeah. We've committed.
yeah.
And that's a wrap.
And talking, especially, a couple of folks that we talked to that are like, wow, you're recording live, and says, I mean, is that a lot of work? And it's really not. But seriously, our first episode ever for the previous podcast took us 8 hours to do an hour because we'd record for 5 minutes. Like, okay, let's talk about what's the coolest spaceship in Star Wars, and then we'd record, and then we had no. Okay,
we
about dead silence.
We had lists of shit, and we're going back through. And like, oh, we should go through, and every time there's like a blank second, we should just edit that out a little bit. And
the blank spots are that's the joy right there. That's where you get to take a breath. Think about something.
Well, now I mean, we don't even write anything down half the time, and let's be honest, it shows. But just to jump in front, what are we talking about this week? Fuck only knows. Let's start talking and see where it goes.
So it's just and we just wait. Like, we'll do an hour show, completely recorded and uploaded, hour and 45 minutes.
Nice.
With the breaks mixed in and all the start and finish, everything.
It's great.
Nah,
I mean, I love the freeform style. It's really great.
Yeah.
Talk with you guys is always a pleasure.
Yeah, definitely. And do you have anything fun, like new announcements that actually before we go? I mean,
Yeah, sure. I mean, we have Treasure Hunt
Mhm.
is a joint venture that we're doing with Daniels Woodland. It's a dark ride that's opening in Monterey Bay
Nice.
at Cannery Row. That's going to be it's opening after the first of the year.
Very
it's a
cool.
pirate-themed ride. It's really cool. Interactive dark ride down in a basement of
that-
Cannery Row.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah, it's basically like a Disney or Universal level attraction in an 8,000 square foot basement. It's the craziest thing.
That's cool as hell. Whenever I think of Monterey Bay, I always think Star Trek 4, because that's where the whales were.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a beautiful location.
In
Fantastic.
With the nuclear vessels.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's going to be a cool one. And then we have a Haunted Hotel,
Mhm.
which is going to Funtown Splashtown in Maine. And that's what we have on display here, our witchy witch. Lilith, Mrs. Lilith. She's really cool.
Nice.
But,
Awesome.
that's going to be a great attraction. It's going to open in springtime.
We have to get some pictures to post on the socials.
Absolutely. And want to thank you from the TEA, because you're a big supporter of the Themed Entertainment Association.
Absolutely.
I love TEA.
Yeah.
TEA is the best.
Yeah,
It really is. I've been going to SATE since it started. I try not to miss an event, but
Oh, yeah.
you guys
It's-
have so many events. TEA has so many events. It's like
it's tough to
It is
do.
easy to miss.
And I was even thinking the last time that I was up at your facility in Jacksonville, it was for you guys hosted a TEA event.
That's
up
right.
there. It
Yeah,
was that
that's
was
right.
that was a fun tour.
Yeah, that was a good time.
So-
A lot of good people. It's so great to see people coming up to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you-
know Dan and I are going to come up here in a few weeks and hang out
Cool.
with
You guys are welcome anytime. Absolutely.
Awesome, man.
My address is. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
you bleeped
Yeah.
that out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. My phone number is. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
just
your
give me a
social
call
security
anytime.
number-
This bit actually plays a lot better when we're not on the convention floor.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But it's funnier that we are bleeping,
Oh, yeah,
like,
that's right.
fake bleeping ourselves. So, anyway, listen. Thanks again. We appreciate it. We'll get some good pictures and celebrate you on our socials and everything else.
Cool.
Tag you on all the things.
Yeah. Speaking
Excellent.
of socials and all the things, don't forget to check us out on our website, rumandnerdy.com. That's rumandnerdy.com.
Social media, we are also rumand at
All the things.
all the things.
And we kind of did it out of order because it was a good transition. But we will also say big thanks to Dave Martin for all the audio support.
DemoDavePro.com.
And again, you guys have a website too, right?
Yeah, it's tacone.com. That's my side venture.
Yeah.
Garrick and
You
I
mean
are gonna
our
start
side
that up.
venture? I've
Yeah.
trademarked that while we've been sitting here.
Yeah. We just went to GoDaddy and bought the domain.
No, we're sallydarkrides.com. Yep.
Awesome.
It's easy to remember.
Well, thanks. And don't forget to
Stay nerdy, my friends.